This is a very important feature that we rolled out. I notice a lot of you guys have issues with, or it's a lot of work to bring your own API keys for integration with different tools, AI tools specifically, but also things like Google Maps. So we're going to abstract all of that out, meaning you should be able to build your apps and use our gateway for access to AI keys and Google Maps on an ongoing basis. I'm going to do a little bit of building today, and it's going to take a bit between builds so I can talk. Let's build a personal finance app. Okay, let's build one of those. How many of you guys have had a chance to play with the gateway, like actually implement some sort of AI feature? How many of you guys have built an AI feature or something using our gateway? Okay, we have Ed who's done it. Who else? Anybody try it? Not yet. Just to explain what has happened. Previously, if you wanted to have an AI app, like an AI chatbot or build some sort of AI thing into your app, you needed to open your own OpenAI account or Gemini Flash or Claude or whatever AI of your choice, grab the API key and put it inside your product so that your app can actually make AI calls. If you don't mention it, like you say, just I want an AI thing in here, it picks the model itself. But you can also say, hey, I want to specifically OpenAI, and then it will implement OpenAI into your product. I'm going to build something and I'll figure out how to demo it on the fly. What did I build? A budget tracker. So let's see what it comes up with. It's going to be a little bit of, it's going to probably a few prompts in. Let me see what happens. And then I'll put AI in it in a way that makes sense. I picked the difficult one, budget tracker, but I'll figure out how to smash AI into it anyways. Okay. Any questions for me while this thing builds? I just picked one of the default things on the homepage, which is to create a personal finance app for tracking income, expenses, and saving goals. You can use any database of your choice. The first prompt is the longest because it does a lot of planning and reasoning to build a project, right? The first prompt is longest. I think on average takes 8 to 12 minutes for the first build. After that, depending on the complexity of task after that, the length varies, but it's pretty much always faster, unless you turn on Bulldozer, in which case it's a longer build. So let me see what it gets. Any questions for me in the meantime? This call is going to be full of moments of silence while this thing builds. So feel free to ask questions. Are you in Famous? Yes, this is Famous. Give it a few minutes, 2 more minutes, probably. This is important, I think, for you guys to see how I build, which is very different than how other people, everybody on my team has their own style of building. There's no one way to build it. I use very short and specific commands multiple times. Some people want to create really long prompts and just chunk it up. I do it in small pieces. I like to build things with 100 commands versus one.
Can I do a quick poll? Put a 1 if you do short prompts, put a 2 if you do really extensive prompts. Interesting.
Most people put
Most people do
extensive.
extensive.
It's a style. I need to build and see what happens and then do a little bit at a time. It's just style. Okay, so it gave me three options. Let's implement authentication, meaning user login sign up. And then after that, I see what is inside my dashboard. Then I see how it implemented with my expenses and stuff. And then I'll jam AI into it somehow. I'll figure out what makes sense. I like building. It's a little bit like art. Sometimes you don't know exactly what you're painting. So you just go to the canvas and you start painting and figure out what needs to be done free flow. I like it that way. It's just me. Just joined. What are we building? We picked a finance app for tracking income, expenses, and saving goals. I do both depending on the scenario. The different personality types. Some people are more creative, some people are more planners. Planners like to plan everything, which has its own advantages. I'm a creative person, so I like to create things and improvise as I go through it. All right. Anything else here? Let's see. I want to see actually what it builds.
Harry, when you say stuff like that, we have no idea where that question is, so it's just easier to post the question again.
We're not tracking every single question. Is it best to allow to select LLM for us? No, absolutely not. Because on the fly, we know what is best solution for that particular scenario. Original code keep on iCloud. I'm not sure what you mean. You can download your code at any time by going to code download. Is there a cost calculator that will benefit new users to budget? No, because AI on the fly has to decide the complexity of the task. And it really is like how much AI it has to use. So it's really impossible to know ahead of time. You can have a very simple prompt or a very complex prompt, and sometimes a simple prompt requires a lot of changes. So there's really no way. Okay, let's see if my authentication is ready. Create a database, tables, create a sign up page, forgot password, sign out button. Okay, all right. So here I can see the path. Let me actually sign up for a second, and then I'm going to do a thing to make it prettier, and then I'll dive in. Sign up today, passwords don't match. How about now? Yep. Sign in. Okay. It looks. Let me add a transaction. Description. I bought grocery for 20 bucks. Category. Shopping. It's an expense. Add transaction. Okay. We have a bug. So this is important. If you hit a bug like this, take a screenshot and say, I got this error trying to add an expense, fix it. And this error in this screenshot. Let's see how it fixes it. This is a good exercise. It's going to be a lot of hit and misses, but I think it's worth doing one of these together, guys. Yes, it's actually a good point someone mentioned. So I got this error in the screenshot trying to add an expense. So it knows when it happened. Hopefully it fixes it. Demos rarely go well, but hopefully it fixes it. Sometimes what it does is that it modifies it so that the error is more detailed. Then you run it again and it gives you a more detailed error. You feed it back to AI and this time it finds the issue. Okay. Let's see what is going on. Login worked, so we overcame one hurdle. Can I integrate with MailChimp? Yes, absolutely you can. Okay, let's see what it says. Hopefully this fixed it. Let's see one more time. Okay, let's add another expense transaction. Transaction was added, 20 bucks. Now I'm gonna add another one. Let's say description, freelance. Let's say I made $150 freelance income add transaction. Okay, it's working. So we made it work. This is obviously I need to have it fixed so the digits are not 0, 150. It should be 150. Let me do it one at a time. So the next thing I want to do, let me see what options it gave me. Budget management system, service goal, report exports, create an insight page with graphs that show my expenses and income, make the graphs nice and sexy. Like I said, being a little bit of an artist, this is your canvas. What was the original brief to build the app? It was not a brief. It was literally one default sentence that came with one of our default templates. This is the entire brief. So far, one brief. Then I clicked on a button to add login sign up. I hit an error. I fed the screenshot with saying when I hit the error. And now I'm adding an insight page. That's where we are. I feel it is useful to look at somebody else building, even though people have different styles and maybe yours is different than mine. It is interesting to watch someone else build. I actually like seeing other people build life too. It gives me ideas. So far, so good, guys. Do you think we can get to the finish line? Have a reasonable app with login and insight page, and I want to jam AI into it. I'm just trying to think. Again, this is like literally Canvas. Just I put a line in. I'm like, okay, budget tracking. Now I'm adding bells and whistles to it, and I want to demo the AI thing. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create an insight page that has graphs, and then I'm gonna add a AI insight button that just you click it and it looks at your expenses and income and gives you some sort of AI analysis. That's what I'm thinking. So you guys see a demo of the gateway. It's behind the scenes. You don't even have to know there's a gateway. Essentially, the system automatically adds AI and routes it through our account. Yeah, so far we hit one problem, and there are a few UI issues. If I have time, I'll fix them. Just give me a few minutes. It's going to be a lot of pauses between builds. When we launched Famous, I did a build and on live, and I built a real estate marketplace. I still think I have the project, and it was so much harder to build. This is probably, I want to say this is May. We have made a lot of progress since then. It's way better, way more robust. You still hit issues here and there, but you can build a much more complex product. It looks better. It looks way better. In fact, design is probably one of our strongest selling points. I'm going to log in, see what it created. It first built the main dashboard. Then I added user login sign up. Again, I'm improvising as we go through. So it put it on the front, but now the front looks too simple. I'm going to fix that in a second. You can see the pages here. So it has a login sign up, forgot password, and then there's the dashboard, which is my internal. I want to also have an external sales page, which I'm going to add. But before I do that, let's see what the insight page looks like. 1 second. The homepage right now is blank. There's no homepage. There's just this. The data persisted, as you can see. This is stored in the database. It already added a database and all that, and I'll show you in a second. It added a view insights. Let's look at it. It's blank. I hit a second problem. So I say insights page is blank, fix it. The reason I say fix it so that it doesn't get confused if I'm asking a question or making a demand. So I just say fix it. More likely it fixes it anyways, but there's a chance it interprets it as a question and then provides an answer why it's not fixed. So I just say fix it. And I think it'll fix it in one shot. Here I'm doing lazy work a little bit to push the boundary of the platform. Most people, it's just insertion of energy. I think it'll fix it. If not, I'll be a little bit more specific. By the way, we are going to build an autoresponder and CRM service in our platform. So everything will be in the same platform. You can take your leads, take it wherever you want, use whatever platform you want, but we will have an internal solution for that as well. It's on our plate. Essentially, the idea here is exactly like what I'm doing. It's just what I'm envisioning is that entrepreneur sits and they have an overall idea. They don't have the details. And they don't want to connecting things is annoying. That's why I'm trying to avoid all sorts of connections. So the idea here, you come in blank canvas and you start prompting, you see what built and you prompt and you see what it built and you prompt. So it's essentially infinite possibilities, and you're as good as your creative imagination, and you can pretty much accomplish anything inside the same platform. So that's where we're going. Okay. Let me see if it fixed. Oh man, it didn't fix the insight page. Okay,
Maybe
now I'll be more.
Try and fix it.
Oh, there's a. Okay, I totally missed it because Zoom was on it. Was it there last time too?
Yep.
Okay, it's working now. So I had to move Zoom. Zoom was covering it. So that is essentially detected an error on that page. And I missed it because my Zoom bar was covering it. Essentially, if there is a console error, it detects it and shows it as a little thing at the bottom. my Zoom was covering it. So you just press fix it and it would have fixed it last time. That provides detailed instructions, which is the specific error code. Does that make sense? Someone says, is it not easier and faster billing that you add authentication at the end of the bill so don't have to sign in every time? I know that is probably more efficient if you are a German robot, but I am also shaping up the user workflow in my brain as we speak. I have not contemplated what this product is going to look like. I know it's a little bit of extra friction every time if you create login flow first time, but I want to see it as the end user as I'm creating, because I am literally thinking, does this make sense as a product? Does it make sense? Since I'm not a robot, I need to do it this way. This is a little bit of extra work every time, but I see what the user workflow is. So many pop-ups everywhere. Page and say, here we go. We have it. All right. So 2 more things I want to do right now. One, I want to add a AI analysis button here to just show you the AI thing, create an insight. Obviously, there's not a lot of data in here, but it will generate something. And then I'm going to go back to the homepage. Actually, let me do the homepage first because that's visual. So right now, this product essentially has a dashboard. It has an insight page. And then if I sign out, there's this, which is too bland, right? So I'm going to add a sexy homepage that sells this product with login sign up button. You obviously can be a lot more elaborated, but I'm shaping it up a little bit. I don't have a premeditated product in my brain. I'm building it as we go, just trying to figure things out. If it doesn't give me a good homepage, I will be more specific. I'm like, do this, do that. But let's see what it creates first. Throwing paint at the wall. That is exactly right. I'm like, okay, that looks like a tree. I'm going to now make it look like a tree. That looks like a mountain. Let me make it like a mountain. That's literally what I'm doing right now. But it's interesting. You can get to a pretty reasonable product with relatively low effort at this point, given what we've built. So far, I haven't integrated anything. I haven't done anything. I've just talked to it in English and pressed the fix it button one time, took a screenshot of an error one time. Can you give it an existing website address? Yes, you can. It has the ability to browse. Famous has the ability to browse. Can I have it go analyze a website? Yes, you can. You can. It has browser tool. It has a whole bunch of tools at its disposal. AI with our gateway is going to have a lot of tools, essentially. We're going to put in integration points, add more tools for tool calling for AI. It continues to making it more powerful. But we need to do it step by step so that AI can also get confused if you don't do it right and methodically. Believe it or not, it's not just engineering. It is art and engineering building this product. For database, you guys can use our internal solution. So I just press the button to add an internal solution. I do not see the sexy homepage. Where's my homepage? Move all this stuff over. Let me see if it added it somewhere else. Do not see a homepage. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. This time I'll be more instructive. Add a homepage for unauthenticated user that is on the root domain. Users should land on that page, then press a button to log in, sign up. Little by little, we'll craft this into something good. Yeah, you could ask for, so you could say /home put it on slash home. Let's see what it does. It normally gets it right. What is Terry's badass prompt?
Oh, I think they're jokingly, because I just say make a badass landing page that's super punchy, persuasive, and edgy and controversial. And then it just starts swearing at you. So I think that's what they mean.
Oh man. Let's see what it does. I hope it generates it and doesn't embarrass me. The edgy part is do that if you want it to be. I don't know why it's not doing it. All right, I'm going to come back to it. But I'm going to add this. I'll come back to his homepage thing. I don't know why it's not doing it. On the insights page, add an AI analysis button. Actually, let's call this something else. Let's call it AI advisor button that looks at my expenses and income and gives me insights about my financials. Let me be specific. Use, let's say, Gemini for AI. Okay, let's see if it does it. I'll come back to the homepage. Please do it in one shot.
Is it worth potentially doing a separate tab for the homepage and then connect?
You don't want to do two things inside the same project at the same time. Is Gemini preferable for financial tasks? Not necessarily. I think Gemini is a little bit faster, and this is not a heavy lift. It's just looking at a bunch of numbers and tell me something wise. That's why I picked Gemini. But if you didn't specify, it would have picked itself. It has its own logic on what to pick for which situation. It can also do images, by the way. So it can do images. We'll add voice and video. So you can have AI video sites or apps, AI image. We have AI images already. We don't have voice and video yet. And then there are other sorts of integrations that we want to add, just so that you just can say, hey, it's like, for example, right now you can say, hey, add Google Maps to my site, and it will do it. But I don't know how to apply Google Maps to a finance budget. It's a budget tracking app. So yeah, voice and video is coming. You can create a playbook for briefs and prompt templates, something we can start from like a base. There are videos in our help center and training on this. Show the locations of your expenditure. Okay. Added this, please work. Here we go. Okay, please try again later. Let me try it one more time. Is it because it's not connected or there's not enough data? By the way, you can ask questions. When I click on AI financial advisor, it gives me this error. Why didn't it analyze my data and give me insights? If I say fix it, then it'll try to fix it. But let me first understand why. There was an error at the bottom. I totally missed it. Was there an error at the bottom, Terry?
Yes,
I missed it.
That time, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
so maybe there's
be a shout
maybe
out if I see them.
Yeah, it's possible that there's another error. My Zoom bar was covering it, so we'll see. Oh, I did also add a screenshot. Today is about how you can half-ass build a product and make a lot of mistakes in the meantime. All right, comes from the edge function, is proper authentication, the edge function without passing the user's auth token. Okay, let me just see if it can fix it. So maybe that was the problem. I see Mark is in the chat. Mark will do a million times better of a job than me in building products on this. A lot of my team members will do a better job than me. I'm mostly interested in the creation part of it. So I don't like actually the art of building it. It's interesting. Even half-assed, we are better than competition. That is true. We try hard, I tell you that. Sometimes I show the product to my friends and I intentionally don't say anything and I have them like talk to it as a first timer. And that is more informative to me than seeing advanced users use a product. Advanced users are advanced users. The most important thing is a normal person Somebody said, wasn't it better to put user authentication at the end so you don't have to do this every time? Apparently, that person was correct, by the way. Let's see if it works this time. Nope, didn't. Now, this time, I'm going to try it. Let me see. Oh, here, that fix it button is magical, but Zoom was covering it. Happened twice today. If it fixes it, then I go back to homepage and I'll create a super sexy homepage. And maybe I spend more time on that. What's the point of creating this product if I'm not selling it? Sometimes you build products just for yourself because like building art, but never selling it. I think Van Gogh was like that, right? He hoarded his own art. And then when he died, somebody auctioned it off. Am I correct on that? He's just like a crazy person. He just built everything.
Yeah, sounds about right. And
Yeah.
isn't he the one that cut off his ear?
Sometimes you create things just for the sake of creating them. Okay. All right, let me move all these things again. Work this time. Nope, didn't work. And still the same error. Let me actually see if the error is the same. It's the same error. Is it the same error? Okay. I'm going to try one more time. Actually, copy the error, put it here.
You see what Mark's saying there?
The button doesn't copy the whole error. Oh, it's not the whole error. Wait, let me see. Oh, you're right. We should fix that. We'll fix that. Good observation, Mark. Good catch. We'll fix that. I need to fix that. Good to know. If it doesn't fix it this time, I'll do that. The whole error.
These are all the OGs.
Yeah, all the OGs. I should have told it like, hey, on this page, when I ask for AI financial advisor, I get this error, and then grab the full error. That's what we should have done.
The cheeky plug, Got Game, the best AI game show in the world, happening tonight, 8 p.m. EST. Do not miss it. Gotgame.ai. Thought I'd do a cheeky plug in the silence.
One more time, log in. We might want to, anyways, different thing. How much do you want to bet? Okay, so I copy it this time. How do you get to, oh, got it. Okay. I'm going to fix this. This is a bug on our side. That's the full error. Yeah, that's the full error. So I'm going to copy this whole thing. And then I'm going to say, when I click the AI financial advisor, it doesn't give me results. Hang on, let me actually take a screenshot exactly. The more you give AI, the better. Let's remove this chat thing here so I can take a full screenshot. It gives me a pop-up with the attached screenshot. As you can see in the screenshot, gives me a pop-up. It gives me an error. The pop-up screenshot attached. I also get this error. This I'm going to fix so we don't have to do this thing anymore in the browser. Boom. I stumbled into Delia in the early days. Merger and acquisition. Talk about OG, Danielle. Thank you for being part of the team. We'll be adding a screenshot button. I have a more badass idea. It just takes us a little bit of time, which is essentially an AI that sees your screen. Right now, AI does not see your screen. It has access to the code, but it doesn't see your screen. What I want to do, I want to have another AI that is analyzing the page, maybe through a series of screenshots, snap analyze. So you don't have to explain when you hit an error and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit expensive. So I need to figure out how to do that cost efficiently. I think what we'll get will be another AI, completely different AI outside of our builder AI that is looking at what you're looking at. How am I interacting with the product through my screen? So there needs to be another AI looking at it through my lens. That will be built. We just need to figure out the technology of it, how to make it good and efficient. We will get there. Yes, Brian, we will get there. We came a long way since April when we launched it. Already the product has improved. It's not even comparable, but we will continue to make sure we improve it. All these things, I need to move out of my way to see the buttons. Are going to work? Nope, it's not working. There's a problem here I need to fix. I didn't mean to press it. Take a rain check on that. Let me go back to the home page. Give me a sexy landing page for this product. Put it on /home. Let's see if AI figures it out this time. Building an app, just added the AI button, it didn't work. So I have done it multiple times myself and it works. In this particular case, I don't know why it's not working. Not enough data to analyze. Can you pull an Excel data from QuickBooks? It's possible that it's erroring out because there's not enough data. But even if that's the case, it should give me a good response, not that. So it requires some work. Is it a full moon? Mercury is in retrograde? I don't know. The print screen and paste option will remain? Yes, absolutely. The idea here is to not take away users' ability to finesse things. Again, this is a game of you want to make AI smarter, so to reduce frustration, but you also don't want to take the creative. Look, what do you and I have at this point that AI doesn't? We have our agency and creativity. So you want AI to reduce frustration, but you don't want it to take away my creative freedom. Okay. So it means if I need to screenshot something and say, hey, this I want it to look like, that's a creative choice. It will have that option, but I also want AI to look at it so that if I get frustrated or stuck, I don't have to explain, oh, here, when I click this button, that happens and that happens. Like it already knows. Does that make sense? There's a little bit of a trade-off there, but we will try our best to do this. Where can we see what's in the gateway? You can see it on if it is being used, the usage shows in your accounting, but I will soon add an indicator that what AI is connected to this page. Okay. You can ask it, hey, which AI did you connect to the page? And it will tell you. And that questions are free. So you can ask Famous, what AI are you using? But I'll give an indicator. In this case, I know it's Gemini. Okay. Let's see if it gives me a home page. Nope. It's not planning. It's totally, it is in retrograde. I actually don't know why it's not working. I have no idea. I've done this 100 times.
That should be totally working.
That should be something for me to think about. Okay. Should I stop?
Dave's saying there, click preview and manually navigate to at home.
Okay, let's do that.
He said the preview.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. This is preview. Okay. That's a homepage it built. Okay, it's not that great of a homepage to begin with, but that's a different problem. Sign up 1 second, guys. My eyes are sometimes.
But that's probably because you gave it such a basic prompt, right?
Yeah, I did, but let me see it. Sorry, guys. Sometimes need a little bit of. Okay, can see the screen better. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So we have a home page. Do you have an idea on how to fix the AI part? All right. Apparently he knows what the issue is. We'll fix that, whatever it is. I don't know what it is right now. Anyways, we have a pretty simplistic homepage. It's a clean design. Would this page convert? No. You guys, how about this? What should I add to this page to make it more persuasive? What do you guys think? Testimonials, good. What else? Just think of all the things. This page is too bare bone to convert. Features, benefits, stack, chatbot, images of living life. This page will not convert just based on the hero section. This is a horrific hero section. It looks nice, but it needs to pass the vibe check. So what vibe is it giving me? Computers and laptops and phones. It needs to give maybe slightly green. You should always think emotion before you actually think even the language on this page. So the emotion would be what? What emotion are we going to optimize for if you're going to build this homepage? What emotion? What word? Freedom. Thank you. Freedom. Happy freedom. Yeah, exactly. Freedom. So freedom. So it's like you're talking about like essentially an image that goes with it. Most people want to go on a beach and drink pina coladas. I don't. I live by the beach. I never actually walk to the beach. But a lot of people, that's what conveys freedom to a lot of people. But something nice or luxury is another one. Okay. So there's like some sort of, it needs to give that vibe. Master your money, achieve your dreams is okay, hook. This is not a good subheadline, but it's okay. If you want it to really convert, you need to really work on these. Add the image, add a VSL, vibe check. The reason I said it's not good is like it looks professional, but it won't convert. Then everything you need, this needs to be elaborated a lot more. So this is going to be benefit stack, then testimonials. Then you need to build value. Get started for free is fine. This section is fine. Add a footer, and you will get there. It's too generic. It looks like every other SaaS solution out there. You won't cut it in the market with pages like this anymore. Things are super competitive. So you need to have all sorts of psychological things loaded on a page to be able to actually forget about selling. Like convincing someone to just enter their email to opt in, you need more work than this. Just a simple thing. Current vibe is boring accountant, not exciting. Exactly. It's like a modern accounting thing. No human faces, nothing. Okay.
I'll tell you one thing, you always get something interesting with my prompts. Some of the times it swears a little too much, but they're interesting nonetheless. You can't opposite vanilla.
Okay. Any questions, last second thoughts? We're at the top of the hour. I want to do this at least once a month, build something live, even if it is embarrassing. I don't care. I prefer to see I just saw a bug and then there's the AI thing we need to go fix. Apparently, Dave knows what the issue is. So we're going to go fix that. Anything else here that you guys want me to talk about for a couple of minutes?
By the way, in terms of just getting down and building it, if anyone hasn't checked it out, you should check out the video that Alex dropped on his IG yesterday. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I'm talking about, Alex?
Yeah.
That was a really good one. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, go on there. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Where can I find training videos? Join our Discord, famous.ai/Discord, and there's a training channel. We have a bunch of training videos. On top of it, we do a lot of Zoom calls, and my team is very hands-on when they do training. Terry, in fact, does live builds most Tuesdays, Mondays, and Thursdays. Okay.
And Jonathan does advanced stuff on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And we do Q&As with Dave on Mondays. So 4 live calls dedicated to Famous.
Discord is famous.ai/Discord. By the way, it seems like the team found the AI issue that I hit, so they will fix that. Gateway is new. We launched that 3-4 days ago. We'll fix that. I know we all have different methods to the madness. Some people are more practical, some people are more intuitive. It's just we have different styles. Our goal is to build a platform that enables practical people as well as intuitive, artistic people. If you are a creative person, the way I did it is probably the right way to do it. It's just personal experience. I like to go at it and shape it up as I go. Some of my engineers are complete OCDs, which is fine. I think in general, creative people win more often than OCD people. Both of them have roles in teams, but creative people, in my experience, don't be insulted if you're an OCD practical person. It's fine. It's just two different skill sets. Jonathan is very process oriented, and I'm not very process oriented. Two different personality types. In general, I would say if in this day and age, it used to be the other way. Okay. So if you go back 100 years, probably process oriented people did better. But I think in this day and age, it pays off to be creative. Maybe people tell you that you're a little bit spacey. It's okay. It pays off to be a little bit, I don't want to say scatterbrained, but allow your brain to wander, just go to random places and be okay with not having every step of the journey planned out. Okay. So some people write business plans. Honestly, writing a business plan is the stupidest thing you can ever do. You never see the path before you start. And trust yourself that as you're going through, things clear up and your vision starts showing itself. Trust yourself and don't over plan. If you're a super organized planner, that's also a very important skill. But I'm telling you that inner child of you that is creative and wants to build and create and is willing to engage without knowing all the answers and just goes at it and figures shit out as you go, and you don't have all the answers ahead of time, you don't have a plan. That is probably the most precious thing we as humans have. Try to keep it, maintain it, nourish it, give it permission to flourish, which is why I tell people become idea machines. I really mean it, and I live that life and I love it. I just like creating things and building new stuff. And I don't let anybody tell me, okay, this is the box. You created this company, these products. This is the box, fit inside the box. I'm like, no, I'm going to do exactly what my intuition is telling me, because my intuition is connected to that inner child, inner creative person that constantly wants to play. And I don't fit inside your box. I think that is something to, maybe it was unsolicited, but the world tries to constantly put me in a box. I'm like, I don't fit in your box. I don't want to fit inside your box. I'm not a box person. I'm a creative person and I want to build. I sometimes don't know the answers. I attack things and I figure out answers. Throughout my life, I've always felt the pressure to fit. Every time I cave to that pressure, it actually was a disservice. When I gave myself the permission, I'm like, no, I'm going to do what I want. It worked out better. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I wanted, but it ended up working better when I ignore the noises and don't fit in people's boxes and say, oh, I am like building this product and I have everything planned. Here's my 200-page business plan. When I didn't do that, I did better. Thank you guys. And I'll see you next week.